Okay, so today we're gonna talk about this series that is made up like this. So there are some debates about this series, whether it converges or diverges, and if it converges, what value it should be. So we can write this as so the first time, so if we consider that this is convergent, then we can have three types of sums. So the first part is that if we group them like this. So as we can see, 1 will cancel out with -1, and then we'll have 0, so it will be 0 plus 0 plus 0, and then the sum would equal to 0. But then we can group them differently, so we can have 1, and then group this part together, and then group this part together, going to infinity. So in this part, these equal to 0, and then 1 is added to them, so the sum would equal to 1. So then we say that what if it's none of them, it's in the middle. So now we're going to see if it will actually equal to 1 over 2. So one way that it will equal to 1 over 2 is that if we consider s equal to this series, and then we're going to say 1 minus s equals to, there would be 1 minus 1, because we're going to multiply negative by each sign, so it would be plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. So we'll go on. So as we can see, this again looks like our s right there. So we can say this equals to s. So we'll have 1 equals to 2s. And then our sum equals to 1/2. So we can make two conclusions about this. We can either say that this series doesn't have a sum, so the sum doesn't exist, or if it exists, it actually equals to 1 over 2. But why it doesn't exist? So the reason that it cannot exist is because if it exists, then the limit of partial sums should equal to the same number. But let's look at the partial sum. So the first time, the partial sum is going to be 1. And then if you have 2 terms in it, then it's going to be 0. If you have 3 terms in it, it's going to be 1, 4 terms 0, and it will go on like that. So we'll see that if we want to write a series for partial sums, they're going to be 1, 0, 1, 0, and it will go on. So as we can see, the limit of partial sums cannot exist because it oscillates between 1 and 0. So that's about this series.